It's Christmas Eve, the air thick with the scent of pine needles and mulled wine, fairy lights twinkling like false promises around the dining table. Laughter echoes, forced, brittle, from my family, the ones who raised me, the ones I thought loved me. But as I step into the kitchen for another glass of eggnog, their voices drop to whispers, sharp as shattered ornaments. "She's too busy with work to notice," my mom hisses. "We'll just ease her out. The condo's perfect for Emily. Our baby girl deserves it." My dad chuckles, low and greedy. "By New Year's, it's hers. Sarah won't fight us." My heart slams against my ribs like a trapped bird, wings battering in panic. They think I'm the fool, the spinster sister who's made it but owes them everything. But oh, they have no idea. What they plotted in the shadows, I turned into their worst nightmare. And the revenge? It was sweeter than any holiday revenge tale you've ever heard. Stick around because by the end, you'll be cheering for the ultimate family takedown. If you've ever felt that gut-wrenching stab of betrayal, from the people who should have your back, the ones who smile, to your face while sharpening knives behind, and then this story's for you. Hit that like button if family drama hits too close to home. Smash subscribe for more raw, real revenge that restores your faith in karma, and let's dive in. You won't believe how this one unfolds. Let me take you back, because to understand the knife twist of that Christmas whisper, you have to know the roots of this poison ivy family I grew up tangled in. My name's Sarah. Well, that's what I'll go by here, to keep the crazies at bay. I was the older daughter, born into a world where fair was a fairy tale my parents told to shut us up. Dad, Robert, was a mid-level accountant, the kind of guy whose idea of excitement was balancing the checkbook on Fridays with a beer in hand. Balding early, with wire-rimmed glasses that magnified his perpetual squint of mild disapproval. He wasn't cruel in the cartoon villain way. No belt whippings or locked closets, but his neglect was a slow drip, eroding you like acid rain. "Sarah's the smart one," he'd say, but it always came with a sigh, like intelligence was a burden he wished he'd dodged. Mom, Linda, was the real architect of our dysfunction, a part-time real estate agent who dreamed of flipping houses but ended up flipping moods instead, blonde highlights fading at the roots, always in cardigans that screamed suburban soccer mom, but hid a viper's tongue. She loved us, sure, in that conditional way where love was currency, doled out for report cards and obedience. Emily, my little sister, 3 years younger, was her golden ticket. From the cradle, Emily got the coos, the extra scoops of ice cream, the "oh honey, you're so special" pep talks. Me, I got the hand-me-downs, the try harder next time, and the eye rolls when I dared to shine. Our house in suburban Ohio was a beige box of mediocrity. Split-level ranch with peeling vinyl siding, the kind where the basement flooded every spring, and the Christmas tree always leaned left because Dad was too cheap for a stand. Holidays were her arena, Mom orchestrating them like a deranged director, forcing us into matching sweaters that itched like guilt, but beneath the tinsel the favoritism festered. Emily's tantrums? She's just passionate. Mine? Don't be dramatic, Sarah. By high school, I'd learned to shrink. Straight A's to fund my escape. Part-time jobs slinging coffee to buy books that whispered of bigger worlds. Emily flitted through. Cheer captain, boyfriends galore. Mom's mini-me in every pout and plea. I left at 18, scholarship in hand, for a state university an hour away. Freedom tasted like stale dorm ramen and all-nighters, but it was mine. Grad school followed, nights blurring into code lines, my fingers flying over keyboards in dimly lit labs. Tech was my rebellion. Clean, logical, no room for emotional landmines. By 25, I landed at a startup in Chicago, debugging algorithms that powered e-commerce empires. The paychecks grew, but so did the isolation. Friends, fleeting hookups with fellow grinders, gone by morning. Family? Holiday calls where Mom probed for spouse, prospects, and Dad grunted about the bears. The condo, that gleaming $630,000 betrayal beacon, came at 32. I'd clawed my way to senior developer at a fintech firm, bonuses stacking like bricks in a wall against my past. It was in Lincoln Park, sleek high-rise with floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the lake. Quartz counters that hummed under my palms like a promise of permanence. I remember the closing. My realtor, a peppy millennial named Jess, handing me the keys with a grin. "This is yours, Sarah. All yours." The elevator ride up was silent. My reflection in the mirrored walls looking smaller than I felt, dark. Hair pulled into a no-nonsense bun, hazel eyes shadowed by exhaustion. Stepping inside, the empty space echoed. Hardwood floors cool under stockinged feet, the faint scent of fresh paint mingling with the distant honk of city traffic. I sank onto the floor, back against a wall, and let the tears come. Not of joy exactly, but release. For the first time, I owned something they couldn't touch, or so I thought. But roots run deep. Emily, now 29, had plateaued, dropped out of community, college after finding herself, in a string of retail gigs and toxic boyfriends. The latest, a deadbeat named Tyler, tattooed regrets and all, who convinced her that hustle culture meant couch surfing his buddies' pads. Mom and Dad footed her bills, groceries, car payments while cooing. She's going through a phase. Me, they saw as the ATM. Send a little something for Emily's birthday, dear. I'd wire $200, bite my tongue on the resentment bubbling like overboiled tea. That Thanksgiving, 3 weeks before the Christmas bomb, I flew home. The airport shuttle dropped me at the old house, snow flurrying like confetti from a bad party. Mom hugged me stiffly, her perfume cloying, floral with an undernote of judgment. Sarah, you look tired. Work keeping you up? Emily lounged on the couch, scrolling her phone, Tyler's arm slung possessively over her shoulder. Hey, sis, still single? Her laugh tinkled, sharp as glass. Dad clapped my back too hard. Good to see you, kiddo. Brought any tech gadgets? Dinner was a minefield. Turkey dry as regret. Mashed potatoes lumpy with unspoken barbs. Emily dominated, regaling us with tales of her side hustle, selling handmade candles on Etsy that no one bought. Mom beamed. Our Emily's so creative. I nodded, fork-scraping plate, my chest tight with the old ache. Why fight? I'd built my fortress in Chicago. But as pie was served, apple, Mom's specialty, oozing cinnamon warmth that masked the tart bite, I felt the first crack. Emily whined about her apartment lease ending. Rent's insane. Mom, Tyler and I might have to crash here. Dad's eyes flicked to me. Speculative. Sarah's place is fancy. Bet she's got room. I laughed it off, throat closing. It's a one-bedroom, Dad, not a hostel. But the seed was planted. That night, in my childhood room, posters faded, bed sagging, I lay awake. Ceiling fan whirring like accusatory whispers. They see you as the provider, the mule. When will you stop giving? Powerlessness coiled in my gut, heavy as lead. Little did I know Christmas would snap it. Fast forward to December 24th. I'd splurged on flights home, telling myself it was for tradition. But really, loneliness nipped at my heels like a stray dog. The house was decked, garland drooping from door frames, stockings embroidered with our names. Mine threadbare, Emily's plush and new. Mom outdid herself. Ham glazed to perfection, green bean casserole bubbling, the dining table groaning. Under crystal and silver she'd borrowed from a client. We gathered at dusk, candles flickering shadows on faces flushed with wine. Emily arrived late, Tyler in tow, bearing cheap Beaujolais that stained lips purple. Hugs were exchanged, hers lingering, mine perfunctory. Dad carved the ham with theatrical flourishes, Mom's laughter trilling as she passed rolls. Toasts clinked, to family. My glass met theirs, the Merlot bitter on my tongue. Conversation flowed, work gripes, neighborhood gossip, but undercurrents swirled. Emily's eyes darted to Mom, conspiratorial. Tyler smirked, nursing his beer. As plates cleared, I volunteered for kitchen duty. The clatter of dishes a shield from small talk. Water ran hot over porcelain, steam rising like ghosts. That's when I heard it. Footsteps, then voices low in the adjacent pantry. Mom's hiss. Shh, she'll hear. Dad's rumble. She's in the sink. Relax. My pulse quickened, sponge frozen mid-scrub. I edged closer, heart thudding against my sternum. Palm slick. It's perfect. Robert, Mom whispered, urgency sharpening her vowels. Sarah's condo. Downtown Chicago. Lake views. That gym and pool. Emily needs stability. Tyler's job hunt. It's not panning out. A pause. Rustle of coats. Dad grunted. Yeah, but how? She bought it outright, no mortgage. Legal stuff. Mom's voice dropped, venomous silk. We ease her out. Christmas gift, family time. As she works so much, she'll agree to us visiting. Then bit by bit, Emily crashes for a week, then a month. We'll guilt her. You're never home anyway. Let your sister have a fresh start. By spring, we sign papers. It's hers. Our baby deserves it after all she's been through. Emily's soft chime. Mom's right. Sarah's always buried in her computer. She won't mind. And the money from selling her old beater car? We can flip it into furniture for my new place. Tyler snorted. Hell yeah, that view? Better than this dump. My world tilted. The sponge slipped, clattering into the sink, loud as a gunshot in my ears. Silence from the pantry, then Mom's bright call. Everything okay, dear? I straightened, forcing a smile that felt like cracking plaster, throat raw as sandpaper. Fine, just dropped a spoon. Internally, a storm raged. Betrayal. Theft. They see me as a stepping stone. Not a sister, not a daughter. Heat flushed my cheeks, fists clenching till nails bit. Palms. Crescents of pain grounding. The nausea roiling my stomach. Emily sauntered in, hip-cocked, grabbing a dish towel. Need help, workaholic? Her eyes sparkled with feigned innocence. But I saw it now. The calculation. The entitlement mirroring Mom's. Dinner resumed. Gift exchange under the tree. Paper crinkling like lies. They handed me a scarf. Practical for Chicago winters. While Emily unwrapped a spa voucher. Squealing. I played along. Laughter hollow in my chest. Mind replaying the pantry plot on loop. Powerless again. The smart one, huh? Smart enough to be used. As midnight neared, carols warbling from the radio. Silent night. Ironic as hell. I excused myself early, claiming a headache. In bed, snow tapping the window like impatient fingers. Resolve hardened. No tears this time. Just cold fire in my veins. They want the condo? Fine, let them taste it. Then watch it slip away. That night, I lay staring at the glow-in-the-dark stars. I'd stuck up at 10, faded promises. Internal dialogue churned. Confront them. Scream, shatter the facade? No, they'd gaslight, twist it into my selfishness. Emily's the victim, always. I play their game. Let them build castles on sand. By dawn, plan sketched in my mind's margins. Agree. Invite. Watch them nest. Then, pull the rug. Sell it out from under them. Justice, slow burn style. My body thrummed. Fear knotting my gut. But excitement too, sharp as adrenaline. For the first time, I wasn't shrinking. I was scheming. New Year's came and went in a blur of resolutions. I didn't keep, except one, patience. Back in Chicago, the condo welcomed me like a confidant. City lights winking through windows. The hum of the fridge a steady ally. Work swallowed days, debugging. Legacy code that felt like untangling family knots. But nights, I researched. Realtors on speed dial, market analyses printed and pored over by lamplight, coffee bitter on my tongue, values climbing, $650K easy. But timing? Let them settle first. Make it hurt deeper. January thawed into February and the calls started. Mom, voice syrupy. Sarah, honey, Emily's lease ended. Tyler's got interviews in the city. Could she bunk with you? Just till she lands on her feet. My pause was artful, breath hitching as if conflicted. I guess, for family. Internal glee sparked. Hook, line, sinker. Emily texted hearts. OMG, you're the best sis. Packing now. They arrived mid-month, U-Haul rumbling into the underground garage like an invasion. I buzzed them up, key in hand. Smile plastered, tight at the edges, but they didn't notice. The door swung open to chaos. Boxes stamped Emily's treasures. Tyler hauling a sagging couch that reeked of smoke and regret. Mom fluttered, directing like a general. Careful with that lamp, it's Sarah's. Emily breezed in, arms laden with throw pillows. This place is insane, Sarah. That view? Jealous. Her hug was loose, perfumed, eyes already claiming, scanning counters, mentally redecorating. I gave the tour, forced cheer in my voice. Kitchen with its gleaming sub-zero. The balcony where lake breezes whispered secrets. Bathrooms shared, I said, throat tight. Tyler grunted approval, flopping onto the bed I'd cleared half of. Sweet setup, beats the van. Mom pulled me aside in the hall, hand on my arm. Clammy grip. You're a saint, dear. Emily's so grateful. Grateful? My mind snarled. She's colonizing. But aloud. It's temporary, right? Work's crazy. That first week was theater. Me, the gracious host. cooking pasta that steamed the air with garlic and unspoken rage. Emily commandeered the living room, candles flickering on my coffee table, her Etsy stock spilling across floors like colorful shrapnel. Tyler job hunted from the couch. Video games blaring, explosions rattling windows. Nights I'd retreat to my office, corner desk. Headphones on, but their laughter seeped through. Emily's giggles, Tyler's boasts. Once passing the bathroom, I caught her on the phone. "Mom, it's perfect." Sarah's clueless, works till midnight. "We'll push for permanent soon." Tension coiled tighter, a spring in my chest. Physically, sleepless nights left shadows under my eyes, jaw aching from clenching. I'd catch my reflection. Hollow cheeks, lips pressed thin and whisper, "Hold, it's building." Sympathy from you, listener? Imagine your sanctuary invaded. Footprints on your pristine floors. Their toiletries crowding your sink. The faint mildew of their life seeping into your air. Disrespect, layered thick. Emily borrowing my clothes without asking. "It looks better on me anyway," twirling in my cashmere sweater. Tyler's socks, crusty, abandoned in the hall. Mom's weekly check-ins. "How's our girl settling?" "You're doing God's work." By March, escalation. Emily's interviews were coffee runs. Tyler's gigs evaporated. They nested. Photos pinned to my fridge. Family shots, Emily-centered. Her yoga mat unrolled dawn to dusk, blocking my path. One evening, rain lashing windows like accusations. I came home to find them hosting. Friends sprawled on my balcony. Weed smoke curling, beer cans littering. Emily waved, flushed. Surprise party? For my fresh start. My smile cracked, fresh start on my dime. But I joined, throat burning with forced toasts. Internal storm, underestimation. They think I'm weak, pliable. Craving justice? It's a roar now, drowning fear. April bloomed cruel, cherry blossoms mocking my wilt. Dad visited, suitcases in tow, helping Emily settle. He bunked on the air mattress, critiquing my sterile decor. "Needs warmth, Sarah, like home." Over takeout, greasy. Chinese steaming in cartons, he broached it. "This place suits Emily. Ever think of downsizing?" "Your old room's waiting." My fork paused, rage flashing hot, veins pulsing in temples. Waiting like a trap, but I nodded, eyes downcast. Maybe, for family. The turning point hit Memorial Day weekend. BBQ on the balcony. Smoke from Tyler's grill charring burgers. Laughter raucous as neighbors glared. Emily, tipsy on rosé, slung an arm around me. "Sis, this could be ours. Like co-own? You'd love having us." Mom visiting chimed. Think of the memories. My skin crawled, goosebumps rising despite the sun. Alone later, scrubbing grill grates till my hands blistered. Breaking point shattered. No more. They've tasted it, claimed it. Time to reclaim. That night, laptop open, I emailed my realtor. "List it, quietly, off-market first." Fingers trembled on keys, but resolve steadied them. Fear whispered, what if they fight? Legal hell? But determination drowned it. They stole my peace. I take back my power. May blurred into June. The city pulsing with summer heat that mirrored my internal boil. On the surface, harmony act dialed up. I bonded. Movie nights with Emily's rom-coms droning. Her head on my shoulder like we were kids again, but cracks showed in private. My browser history, a warren of real estate law, tax implications, eviction clauses. Realtor Jess became confidant. Late calls from coffee shops, voice hushed. Off-market buyer lined up, tech bro from the loop, $680K cash. Closes in 60 days. My breath hitched, palms sweating on the phone. 60 days. Can I hold? Doubt crept, insidious as fog off the lake. Mornings, waking to Emily snoring through thin walls. I'd bolt upright, heart racing. Sheets twisted like restraints. What if they sense it? Mom's intuition, sharp as a realtor's contract. One dawn, padding to the kitchen, I found Dad's note on the counter. "Coffee's on. Made it strong. Like you like." Simple, but it pierced. Memories of him teaching me checkers. Rare warmth. Are they redeemable? Or just users? Guilt gnawed, sour in my stomach, but I crumpled it. No, this is survival. Justice for the girl they overlooked. Escalation peaked mid-June. Emily's big news, pregnant. Announcement over brunch. Avocado toast I'd bought, her beaming in my robe. "Aunt Sarah, Tyler's over the moon." Tyler high-fived, oblivious. Mom, on speaker, wept joy. Our first grandbaby. The condo's ideal, space for a nursery. My fork-scraped plate. World narrowing to the crunch of eggshell under teeth. Nursery? In my home? Rage surged. Blood roaring in ears, vision spotting. But I hugged her, murmuring, "Congratulations." Voice steady as rebar. Internal hurricane, leverage. They think this seals it. Perfect. Planning intensified. Fake enthusiasm fueled their complacency. I helped shop, pushing strollers through stores, fluorescent lights buzzing like doubts. "This one's cute for the balcony," Emily gushed, oblivious to my white-knuckled grip on the cart. Nights alone I'd pace, bare feet slapping hardwood, lake wind whispering through cracked balcony door, sensory overload, salt air sharp in nostrils, distant sirens wailing solidarity. Monologue looped, "Fear's the chain, break it." They've disrespected every boundary, your space, your success. Validation? It's in their fall. July 4th. Fireworks lit the sky, bursts of red, white-blue mirroring my resolve's explosion. As they oohed from the balcony, beers foaming, I slipped inside, signing preliminary docs, pen scratched paper, ink bleeding like wounds. Done. No turning back. Elation fizzed, champagne bubbles in veins, but terror too. Eviction notice? Their tears? I shoved it down, joining them. Emily leaned on me, firework glow painting her face. "Thanks for everything, Sarah. Your family." Am I? The lie burned, but I smiled. The game was mine now. August sweltered, humidity clinging like their presence. Emily's belly swelled. Maternity clothes draped over my couch. Tyler fixed my sink, badly, drip echoing accusations. Mom visited weekly, nesting. "This crib fits here." I'd nod, throat closing. Then escape to runs along the lake, pounding pavement till lungs burned. Sweat-stinging eyes, each step. Betrayal. Underestimation. Crave justice? Earn it. By Labor Day, buyer docs finalized. Closing set for October 15th, poetic. Fall leaves turning like my luck. Doubt's last gasp. September equinox. Full moon mocking through windows. Emily confided over tea. Herbal. Steaming. Scared about the baby. But with this place, vulnerability cracked her facade. Stirring pity. Pause. But then Tyler bellowed from the bedroom. "Babe, where's my controller?" Entitlement snapped it. No, they chose this. Resolve armored up, cold, unyielding. I texted Jess. Green light. October dawned crisp. Leaves crunching under tires as I commuted. Mind a whirlwind of checklists. On surface, peak hostess. "Baby shower?" I suggested, voice lilting. Emily squealed. "Mom planned. Invites with my address. RSVPs flooding my inbox." Decor arrived. Streamers. Balloons bloating the space like tumors. Shower day. Women crammed in. Giggles. Gifts piling. Diapers. Onesies scented with newness. I circulated smile-aching cheeks, refilling mimosas that fizzed like my suppressed fury. Emily glowed, opening a quilt from Mom. "For our family home." Our? My nails dug into palms, pain anchoring. The urge to shatter champagne. Flutes, post-shower cleanup. Confetti crunching underfoot, remnants of joy mocking. Alone with Emily, folding wrapping paper, crinkly as lies. She sighed. "Sarah, seriously, let's make it official. Co-sign me on the deed? For the baby." Her eyes wide and pleading, but I saw the ploy. Inheritance grab, masked to sisterhood. Heart hammered, now? But I demurred. "Talk to a lawyer, soon." Internal triumph, bait taken. Deeper they dig, harder the fall. Week of closing, nerves frayed like old wiring. Work blurred, code errors from distraction. Boss's emails pinging like warnings. Home? Invasion peaked. Tyler's tools scattered, hammers clanging as he renovated. The nursery corner, paint fumes choking air. Emily's ultrasounds pinned to fridge, sonograms curling at edges. Mom called daily. "Proud of you, Sarah. Opening your heart." Heart? Trivault. Nights insomnia gripped. Tossing, sheets tangling, mind replaying scenarios. They beg? Sue? Rage? Fear tasted metallic, but determination sweetened it. Validation awaits. Power reclaimed. October 10th. Final walkthrough with buyer, me, alone, Jess on call. Condo stage sterile, their stuff crated discreetly to storage, my secret fee. Echoes of emptiness hit hard, bare walls staring back, my footsteps hollow. This was mine, still is, signed at a notary downtown. Pen gliding smooth, date sealing fate. Cash wired by 15th, eviction? Polite note slipped under their door that eve. Vacating for work relocation. Please be out by end of month. Gratitude for house sitting. October 14th, last dinner. I cooked, roast chicken, golden and fragrant, potatoes crisping in oven heat. They devoured oblivious, Emily rubbing belly, Tyler belching approval. Conversation flowed. Baby names, Aiden for boy, Sophia for girl, future plans. We'll paint the nursery blue, Dad mused, visiting. Mom nodded. Sarah's gift to us all. My laugh tinkled. Gift? Theft. Wine poured, glasses clinking like countdown. Internal clock ticked. Tomorrow. Release. Bed that night. Thunder rumbled distant, rain pattering like applause. I lay still, breath shallow, excitement coiling. Low, butterflies with razor, wings. Morning, justice. Sleep came fitful, dreams fragmented. Pantry whispers morphing to screams. Condo's windows shattering under their weight. October 15th broke gray, clouds heavy as my heart's load lifting. I woke early, alarm a soft chime, but adrenaline jolted me vertical. Kitchen hummed with routine. Coffee brewing, dark and steaming, mugwarm cradling my hands. They stirred late, Emily waddling out, hair tousled, yawning. Morning prego brain. Tyler shuffled behind, scratching belly. Smells good. What's the rush? I sipped, casual. Early meeting. Help yourselves. Note on counter, eviction echo. Unnoticed. Amid cereal bowls clattering, office day blurred. Meetings in glass-walled conference rooms, code compiling like fate. Phone buzzed noon, Jess. Funds cleared. $682.50. Net, congrats. Elation surged, fist pumping under desk. Colleagues oblivious, but undercurrent, dreads whisper. Their reaction. The storm. I texted Mom, Dad. Family dinner tonight? My treat, celebrate the baby. Bait, irresistible. Replies pinged, hearts. Yes, as evening approached. Sun dipping low, painting the drive home in blood orange. Garage echoed empty, U-Haul gone. No, just paranoia. Elevator ascent. Floors ticking up, stomach dropping like it knew. Key turned, door creaking open to domesticity. Emily on couch, feet swollen on ottoman, TV droning reality trash. Tyler gaming, controller clicks a staccato. Dad in kitchen, stirring soup. Mom's recipe, steam curling like questions. Sarah, early bird. Hugs exchanged. Stiff for me, their faces open, trusting. Dinner table set, takeout Italian. Pasta twirling on forks. Garlic bread crunching. Wine breathing deep red. Laughter flowed easy. Stories of Emily's cravings. Pickles and ice cream. Absurd. Tyler's job lead. Vague as fog. My smiles mirrored theirs, but inside, a damn straining, now or never. Dessert cleared. Tiramisu spoons scraping plates, sugar lingering sweet on tongues. I leaned back, napkin folding deliberate. Big news, everyone. Pauses hung expectant. Emily's eyes lit. The deed? You talked to the lawyer? Deep breath. Air thick. Pulse thundering in ears. Bigger, the condo's sold. Closed today. Silence blanketed. Forks frozen midair. Mom's glass slipped. Wine sloshing red as accusation. Sold? What do you mean, sold? Her voice pitched high, confusion cracking to comprehension. I met their stares, Emily's widening, Dad's squinting behind glasses, Tyler's slack-jawed. Sold to a buyer, cash deal. $680K. Words dropped like grenades, shrapnel of truth. Emily bolted up, chair scraping harsh. Sold? This is our home. The baby's nursery. We painted it. Her hands flew to belly, protective, but eyes blazed fury, pupils dilated. Cheeks flushing crimson. Mom lunged across table, napkin crumpling. Sarah, how could you? We were family. Emily needed this stability. Tears welled, but crocodile gleam, anger under grief. Dad's face purpled, vein throbbing temple. You sneaky little, we trusted you. That was your gift to us. Tyler surged, fists balled. Bitch! Our stuff's here. Where are we gonna go? Roars overlapped. Kitchen a cacophony of betrayal's echo. Plates clattering as Mom swept them. Shards skittering like fleeing rats. Emily wailed, collapsing to couch. You hate me! Always have, the jealous spinster. Sobs racked her, makeup streaking black rivers. I stood, legs steady, voice calm as lake glass. Gift? You plotted to steal it. Christmas pantry. I heard every word. Gasps, Mom's hand to mouth. Dad's denial sputtering. You misheard. We were joking, but Emily's face crumpled truth. Guilt flashing before rage. So, you owe us. Your success, Mom and Dad's sacrifices. Rage crested then, mine volcanic. Oh, I clawed for this, nights coding till dawn while you partied. You invaded, disrespected, my space, my life. Words poured, torrent. Sensory flood, their sense. Emily's vanilla lotion souring with sweat. Sounds, Tyler's curses pounding like bass. Sights, Mom's mascara runs. Dad's trembling fists. Power surged, shoulders squaring, chin lifting. Validation. Here it is. They deflated. Emily curling fetal, please, please. Sarah, the baby. Mom begging, think of family. But I shook head, keys jangling in pocket, exit music. Out by month's end. Or legal. Chaos peaked. Tyler lunging, grabbed my arm. Grip bruising. But Dad pulled him back, muttering shame. Shouts devolved to whimpers, air thick with defeat staleness. I slipped out, door clicking soft behind. Elevator descent a freefall of release. Outside, rain-slicked streets, neon reflecting puddles like shattered mirrors. Tears came then, hot, cathartic, mixing with drops on cheeks. Triumph swelled, chest expanding, breaths deep. World sharp, free, just back at hotel, penthouse suite. Anonymous luxury. I collapsed on king bed, sheets cool silk. Phone exploded. Texts. Emily's hysterics. Monster. Mom's voicemails, sobbing manipulations. Dad's curt callous, but under. Silence from them, the real tell. I blocked, deleted, exhaled. Payoff? Not just cash, power, boundaries reclaimed. Justice, earned in whispers and waits. In the end, karma isn't a bolt from the blue. It's the quiet grind of standing your ground. This wasn't about hate. It was reclaiming what they tried to take. Self-respect. Sometimes the sweetest revenge is walking away richer, lighter, knowing you chose you. What would you have done? Ponder that. Well, if that didn't give you chills of sweet, hard-won justice, I don't know what will. Smash that like button if family betrayals hit home. Drop in the comments. What's the pettiest revenge you've pulled or dreamed of? Share your stories, we're all in this chaos together. And hit subscribe, bell on, for more Reddit-fueled tales of triumph over toxicity. Thanks for riding this roller coaster. See you next time. Peace.